Good evening. My name is Keren Lebron. I'm here to share with you a story that has impacted and changed my life in very significant ways. Several years ago, my brother and I unfortunately lost our mother, and it shook me like anything else. I was under the impression that my mother would live a long life, that she would see me become a mother, that she would see me reach the potential that she so yearned for me to become. But that was not to be so. And during that time, I fell into a pit of despair, and I covered my despair with work, with responsibilities, with ministry, and I piled it all on not to deal. And one day the Lord spoke to my heart and said that I needed to wake up and acknowledge what had happened and give it to Him. And so I did. And in doing that, I found the best freedom of my life. God opened so many different doors. Being able to share His word with others, being able to be in company of people who love and serve Him. But this experience was not for nothing. It taught me that my dependence cannot be on my relationship with others, but it really has to be with Him. You see, my mother spent all of her life making sure that her children knew that not only were they loved, but they were loved by an infinite God. And it was that faith that helped me to find my way back. I had been for many years, unknowingly, going through the motions of Christianity, attending church weekly, becoming part of programming, working in youth ministries, building relationships with others. But unfortunately, I had been neglecting the most important relationship, which was with my God. And so at this point in my life, God used this experience to help me to wake up from the slumber of things doing to becoming. And my journey is not over. It's still going. It's still something that every day I'm striving to do. But I'm here to encourage you this evening that even through life's most deepest sorrows, even though I cannot share with my mother all of the things that have happened, all of the ways that her instruction and her love and nurturing and her care have helped me to continue to grow, I know that one day we will be reunited in the kingdom of heaven. And so this evening, my word for you is that you understand that all things are working together for your good. The things that you lose and the things that you gain, but most importantly, the crown of heaven preparing for you. May God bless you.
Hello and good evening. My name is Thare Lebron, and I'm just going to share with you guys tonight, especially on how I dealt with my mother's passing, um, alongside with my sister, as she shared. Um, it was a very very hard time. Um, Honestly, it was a huge shock. I can recall the moment where I was at. I was actually in school at the time, um, studying to be an aircraft mechanic, and I get a phone call from my stepfather, my mom's husband, who who was in DR and tells me that something happened to my mom and that she was um, in the hospital, and that's all I receive. The next call I get is from somebody who's my friend, and he tells me that your mom had passed. I was full with rage and anger and sadness, and I just didn't know how to handle it. To find out that my mother had passed truly crushed me, even to the point of, I really questioned God. I really asked Him why, and um, what drew me and what got me through that time, that was so heart wrenching, because in your early 20s you never expect something like that to happen. Um, I hung on to God. I kept the faith. I kept strong. I looked to Him. I kept seeking him, even though the voices inside my head were telling me, if God loves you so much, how can he let this happen to your mom? But I remember um, the things that my mother had taught me since I was a child, and that is to always have faith and to trust in God no matter the situation. And so for today, I give God the glory. Even though something tragic happened in our lives, there has been much fruit from it. Um, so for if anybody who has lost or has gone through anything, keep on going and keep the faith in Jesus Christ. He will heal you, he will hold you, and he will lead you down a path that will ultimately bring you always back to him, no matter the circumstance or the situation. God bless.